It is wedding season, baby. And guess what? That means you might end up not having the plus one, or you're single and don't have the plus one because they're not letting you bring anybody. And then all of a sudden you're like, great, I'm going to have to go to this event by myself again, or first time where you're like, damn, like this is hard being single and going to events by myself where I don't really know anybody. Or if you're like, yeah, I know people, but everybody else has the plus one, it's just exhausting. It's tiring. I just don't want to do it. I'm sick of it. I'm dating, I'm trying my hardest, but then I don't get to bring a plus one. And then all of a sudden I'm reminded once again that yes, I'm single. Yes, this is difficult. Yes, this is hard. You're not alone if you feel that way. And side note, I fucking love wedding crashers. Wedding season, baby. I, this is ridiculous. Crab cakes and football. That's what Maryland does. I am from Maryland. Yeah. Crab cakes and football, baby. I can tell you I make a mean fucking crab cake, but that is not why we are here today. Maybe in a little bit, I'll get into my crab cake recipe and I'll let you know what makes a good crab cake and what makes a shitty crab cake. But before we go into all of that, today on Carla Turned On, we're going to be diving into no plus one. Here's how not to ruin the experience. So yes, I'm going to give you tips and ways to navigate this space and take it from somebody who has been to a wedding before without a plus one, single, as a Pringle. So I got through it. You can do it. We're going to do this together. And then, of course, we are going to taco about it. Yes, our taco section. No, we are not going to be making tacos, but taco stands for talking about coming and orgasms. We're going to be addressing, are you missing a partner as your plus one? Or are you just missing sex? And neither is right or wrong, but we're going to be dissecting all about that. But first, baby, welcome to Carla Turned On, where dating and relationships get real, sex gets talked about, and the BS gets left on red. Let's get turned on. Okay, going to a public event like a wedding or even a party. Maybe you're not invited to a wedding, but you have to go to a party by yourself. And you didn't get to get that plus one. And maybe you did get the plus one, but you don't have that plus one. And it's just a reminder. You're like, God fucking damn it. I'm single. Yes, I know I'm single. Yes, of course I want to go celebrate these people or person and have a great time at this thing. But it is an emotional toll for me because yes, I'm already struggling with my singleness right now. I feel maybe lonely. I feel like defeated with the dating apps. I don't feel like I'm going to meet somebody. And now I have to go watch two beautiful people have the happiest time of their life getting married. And it doesn't mean that you're not happy for them. That I want to be clear. It doesn't mean you're not happy for them. It doesn't mean that you don't want to not celebrate them, but it is also acceptable to be in your fucking feelings about it. And it is not talked about enough. Why? Because if you shared that with somebody else, they'd be like, shut the fuck up. Be grateful. Your turn is next. I feel it. It's like, great. I really appreciate the pep talk, but the reality is my feelings are not there. They do not feel that. And we don't know if I'm next. Where's the evidence, right? And then you start going in a whole existential crisis about being single and how you'll never find somebody. So you might as well just settle alone by yourself. And yeah, it's depressing feeling, but it doesn't have to be because the truth is it's not actually about the plus one. Let's get fucking real for a moment because that's what I do on Carla Turned On. We're going to get real because first and foremost, it's about feeling left behind. It is. It's about feeling lonely in your feels because it's hard dating. It's hard being single. It's hard showing up to something where it's celebrating love. And if you've gone through a breakup recently with somebody that you thought you'd get married to, or you are just dating and it's fucking hard, yeah, you're going to feel that way. And then you feel different. You just feel different when you show up to something like this. And maybe you're the last single friend and it is a smack in the face again. Or maybe there's other single friends too, but you're just going through it right now. You're feeling alone and isolated in it. So it's not necessarily about the plus one. It's important to recognize it's really about your feelings that are going on. And I guarantee your friend who is getting married or throwing an amazing party that you don't get to bring a plus one to is not sitting there thinking like, wow, whether you're a man or a woman feeling this way, because yes, men do feel this way too. I always like to reiterate that on Carla Turned On because men absolutely have feelings. Yes, they do. Society likes to tell them to shut it down, don't feel, which then creates this whole cycle problem of women saying they want emotionally available men, but the men were taught not to be emotionally available because they were taught to suppress their feelings and just provide through their job and financial security. That's a whole other podcast episode. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't think your friend's being an asshole by not letting you have the plus one. It's more about the feelings that surround it. The other thing too that I really want you to just be fucking aware of is do not compare yourself to other couples. Do not compare yourself to other people's chapters 22. Okay. Somebody once told me, I actually love this analogy. It was do not compare your chapter 1 to somebody's chapter 22. And I was like, yes, that makes so much sense. It's so easy sometimes to be like, well, they figured it out. They're getting married. They don't seem to have the same problems my ex and I did, or whatever, right? That we can come up with in the comparison game. And comparison is the thief of joy. Like, if you really want to go and have a shitty time, go ahead and compare yourself to everybody there. But the reality is, like, it's going to not make you happy. I always have to reiterate this to so many couples. So many couples. Yeah, bullshit. To so many singles. I should guys, wait till you hear what I'm about to say. I should repeat this to people who are in relationships. But the reality is, just because somebody is partnered, just because they have a plus one, just because they are in a relationship, just because they're dating somebody, just because they're seeing somebody, does not mean that those people are happy. It does not have to do with any of that stuff. And that is really, really important to remember, that what you see on the surface level at an event like a wedding, and ideally, hopefully the wedding doesn't have fucking drama, because that would be insane, but it happens, is that you see these like couples that look happy and everything's together. No, I can guarantee right now, I coach couples, I coach people in relationships, and I can tell you that they all go through their own ups and downs in relationships. Now, some go through higher peaks and lows than others, but there's no right or wrong. It's just what they go through. So I just want to remind you, just because you see other couples does not mean that they are happy, thriving, and here you are left behind. So stop comparing yourself. Okay, we're going to get into a little bit of a story time with me, because I'm going to tell you, I was single and I was going to one of my best friend's weddings. This was years ago. And I didn't have a date. To be honest, I was just like, you know what? I'm going to show up. I'm going to do it. And I'm just going to focus on her having a good time. And I'm not going to focus on anything else. And I have to say that going in with that mindset was helpful, but it didn't mean that I wasn't having my own emotional experience with being single, if that makes sense. Like, both can exist. You can still show up and have a good time, and then you can also still be going through your own shit of being single, and also recognizing, like, I don't have anybody to go to this wedding with, right? Like, I don't have anybody, to help me. I was going to say get ready, but I'm going to be honest, my husband's not helping me get ready at all. Poor thing. If he tried to do my hair, God bless him. Or makeup. Jeez, that would be. He is the most, I have to tell you guys, he is the most chill guy ever. Like, he is surfer vibes. He's an ultra marathon runner, so he loves the outdoors. He is not granola. People sometimes be like, oh, yeah, because he's granola. I'm like, no, he's not granola. He's just chill. He doesn't give a shit. Like, he is. And when I say he doesn't give a shit, he is who the fuck he is. And that is something I love about him. I know I'm digressing right now, but I'm just saying right now that, like, it exists. Like, I know you're in your singleness, and because I've been there before, going to these weddings, and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to be single forever. I'm not going to meet that person. And just remember that, like, your person, don't give up. This is number one. I'm going to tell you that right now. Do not give up dating. The second you give up dating, sitting on your couch, I'm going to guarantee is going to make it a lot harder to meet someone. Okay. But the more you keep putting one foot in front of the other with dating, even if it's hard and if it's difficult, you will get there. I guarantee that. I'm going to give a perfect example too. I'm going to tell a little story right now about a client. So he and I have been working together for a couple months, and I'm going to be honest, he was feeling so discouraged around the apps. He wasn't having success with them. We set up a profile. He was feeling frustrated. So he just took the apps off. He was like, done. I was like, okay, I meet my clients where they're at. But then we recently had a client session together, and I said to him, you're not, you got to up this a little bit. If you're telling me you don't want to give up, you're not ready to give up on dating. I hear you. And I don't believe you're ready to give up. I hear there's hope in there. You need to get back on the apps. You need to create strategy. It's fine if you don't want to get on the same app, but, like, we need to get this moving, because you're saying you want to be able to meet somebody before we are done working together. And I'm like, this is possible. This is absolutely possible, but you're getting in the way. And so we had a real moment where we talked about his feelings around dating. And I say men have a lot of emotional feelings around dating, just like women do. Okay. I know, as a woman, I've been there myself, and I've got girlfriends who talk openly about it, but guys don't talk about these things very often. And so we got deep on what he was feeling and what he was experiencing around dating, and how he was feeling hopeful that he could still meet somebody, but so discouraged that it reminded him of, like, being back in high school and being the guy who was, like, picked last, or being the one who's like bullied around crushes that he had in high school. That shit stays with people, right? Like it's fucked. And I always say too, if you're ever bullied, just remember the bully was insecure. Like that's really the root of it. They weren't this like confident, amazing person, but like at the expense of you, they got to laugh, right? And so it's like don't let the bully win, which then manifests to that voice in our head as adults. And so literally this fucking morning, he just messaged me and was like, "Okay, I got a date." And I have 14 likes and on the app and like I'm going on a date next Tuesday. And I was like, holy fucking shit. See, I never lost hope. But the thing is, you have to keep putting one foot in front of the other when you're feeling discouraged with dating. And he was like, I'm going to be honest, like since our last session, I've had a whole new positive outlook. And like, that's the thing, our mindset can literally mind fuck us in so many ways and pull us in negative directions that we don't even realize we start manifesting. So he's having success now with the apps. He's going on a date next week. He's got a bunch of other likes to go through. And it's just a reminder not to give up on yourself. Okay. So that is my pep talk to you. If you're like, I get it's wedding season, or I get that I don't have the +1 and this sucks going to this event by myself. No, hang the fuck in there. Okay. You promised. You promised me we're going to do this together. Yes. Okay. Good. Don't let me down. Hey, real quick, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want dating support, don't forget to look in the notes below where you can learn all about my guides and how to work with me. And if you want to follow me on my socials, you can find me anywhere at I am Carla Romo. Let's get turned on. But this is the part that I was talking about, the mindset of all of this. Because it's easy to go into a wedding or go into a big party by yourself. And by the way, I have had no +1s to weddings, to parties, to events, okay? Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, this is a thing, right? And I've survived. I'm sitting here letting you know I've survived. I didn't give up on dating or relationships, and, like, I got through it, okay? And I'm with an amazing person today. So it's like, I'm reiterating again, okay, the mindset thing of, like, you can do this, you can persevere, you can push through this. But I'm gonna be real with you. It comes down to the way you're talking to yourself. Just like I talked about with my client, how you can literally think your way through like into negativity. Think your way into, oh, this is never gonna work for me. And then you start reacting into it. And that's where it gets dangerous. That is a slippery slope that nobody should go down to. And I'm gonna tell you right now a little side story. I was on a walk yesterday and I was like, okay, I can do this. I try to walk for 40 minutes a day. I don't always hit it, especially now being pregnant. I'm like, tired as fuck. But I will tell you right now that, and if you're like, pregnant, are you pregnant? Yes, I'm pregnant. I do a whole episode, a couple episodes back about my pregnancy. And I said, Carla turned on is not going to go away when I am pregnant. So there will still be opportunity to listen. And if you're new here, welcome, welcome. And if you are an OG listener, welcome the fuck back. Thank you. But I'm also going to ask you to please rate the podcast, give it 5 stars, give us a little write up, review, whatever you listen to the podcast and whatever platform that is. Definitely check that out. And if you want to work with me and you're like, but you're pregnant, it's okay. I have guides, I have Ask Me Anything sessions. I am still accepting new clients so we can talk about what that would look like during my maternity leave. But, and if you're like, oh, I'm listening to this January 2027 and beyond, then it's irrelevant because all of this was in the past. Bah, craziness. Um, but I'm going to tell you right now, I was going to talk about my story of me slipping. Yesterday I went on a walk and I was walking and the shoes that I got, for whatever reason on black, like pavement, like asphalt, I slip. And there's a really steep hill around this lake that I was going to walk around. And as I start walking, I just fucking lose it. Like I'm Bambiing on the fucking asphalt, legs everywhere. I literally grab onto the wooden fence. That is the only thing that fucking saved my ass, no pun intended. And I literally grab this wooden fence and I'm like, ah! And I'm on the phone with my husband. He's on his way home from work. So I'm like, ah! I'm like, oh my gosh, I just slipped. And he was like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I was like, hurt my knee, but I'm okay. Ah. I was just like, this is embarrassing. And nobody got to see Bambi on ice, AKA Carla almost eat shit yesterday. It's not a good look. Belly out, everything. So yeah. Okay. I know I'm digressing, but here's the fucking deal when it comes to mindset that I am going to hammer into you right now. Okay. you're going to go into, oh, everybody's judging me. Everybody's watching me. They're going to feel sorry for me. And yeah, people are going to make fucked up fucked up comments about being single. They are. Just accept it. That's part of it. Okay. And I'm not saying, oh, accept it, take it, because I think that's bullshit. Like, I'm not saying that you have to take or accept any bullshit like that. But I'm going to be honest, like, people say shit. People say shit when you're in a relationship too, that you're like, huh, the fuck? So just know people are going to share their opinions. That is just part of living life. Okay. And it doesn't mean that you can accept it and take it. You can have boundaries. That's all good. But just note, it might come up. This is the reframe that I really want you to focus on. Okay. If you get anything from today's episode, I just want you to go away with this. I want you to get into the mindset of I am confident enough in myself to show up with myself because I'm enough. 100% right there. And you're like, that's cheesy as fuck. Okay, fine. Let's have research back this shit because I do like research. I believe in science. So if you're sitting here like, yeah, bullshit, Carla, fine, bullshit me. Bullshit me all you want. But there are multiple research studies. This has worked on me, myself. This has worked on over 1,000 clients that I've coached over the last 9 years of coaching. I'm going to tell you right now, your mind is so fucking powerful. It's so powerful that it can go so negative, and it's so powerful it can rewire and go to the positive. So the more that you can keep replacing these negative thoughts, yes, this works for dating and going on dates and feeling pessimistic. Like the client I had this morning who was like, I'm feeling pessimistic about dating. And I was like, yeah. And when you're feeling pessimistic and going on the dates, she's like, but I'm positive on dates. I'm like, doesn't matter. There's a subconscious underlying thing going on there. Bring yourself back to reminding who the fuck you are in the first place. I'm serious. Who are you? Remind yourself of that. And if you're like, Carla, I don't feel good about myself. I don't know. You know what? Do something today that's going to make you feel good. Whether that is go for a walk and don't slip, go and call a friend and remind yourself of why you're a good friend. Make yourself a nice meal. You're taking care of yourself. Make your fucking bed, right? That's easy. Make your bed. Yeah, I know. You're probably not making are you a bed maker? Are you? Or are you somebody who doesn't make your bed? Make your bed. Do something, even if it's tiny, that's going to make you feel good because it reminds you of who you are. It reminds you that, yes, okay, I'm valued. I take care of myself. I show the fuck up for myself. And so going into a wedding, I want you to remind yourself who the hell you are. And I don't want you to forget that. You are enough being with yourself. You are enough going with yourself. You are enough, whether you're in a relationship or not. It doesn't fucking matter what your relationship status is. You are enough. And I want you to remind yourself of that. Whether you believe it or not, it does not actually matter. Research backs that the more you repeat this daily, you don't have to do it daily, okay? But the more you repeat it consecutively, the more your brain starts to rewire to that positive. Is it okay to still feel enough and to still feel a little lonely sometimes with dating and a little awkward going into that wedding by yourself without the plus one? Absolutely. But you're not giving up on yourself. And that's what makes all the difference. Okay, now we're getting into our taco section, talking about coming in orgasms, baby. We're doing it. We're here. Okay, and this is what we're going to be diving all into. Am I actually like missing the plus one, missing that like person? Or am I missing sex and intimacy? There's a difference, right? Like sometimes you miss kissing, you miss cuddling, you just miss having another fucking warm body next to you, a hug. You know, it's like you miss that shit. Maybe you miss sex. You're like, I get I masturbate, it's great and all, but like I miss connected sex. So you could have a one night stand, but like, I don't know, maybe you're like, I don't feel connected the same way. It's sex if you just have a one night stand. I don't know, right? Everybody's different. Teach their own. But it is normal to miss sexual parts of being in a relationship or dating somebody consistently. I mean, it's why situationships go on for so long because it's like, okay, there's a lack of emotional intimacy with the depth of building a relationship. But at the same time, I'm getting sexual needs met and it feels like intimacy. Just remember, you can have great sex and still feel lonely. So just because you have desire does not equal partnership. You could still bring somebody as a plus one to an event and still feel disconnected, still feel lonely. And I'm not saying just because you bring your friend who's a plus one or some person that you're dating, whatever, that you're newly dating, I guess, that you have to have sex with them. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying here is just because you bring the plus one doesn't mean that you feel happy still. Because there's usually something deeper, like I addressed before, going on under the surface that makes us feel isolated. And sometimes we just miss sex, and that's okay. And I want to normalize that as well, that, yeah, sometimes you just want to have sex with somebody. Sometimes you miss that piece of it. And maybe you're like, I actually feel okay being single, but I do miss the physical aspect. That's also okay. You are a fucking human being. I am dropping the F-bomb a lot today. Sorry, guys. If you or anybody gets offended by that at this point, you've probably already shut off Carla Turned On, because let's get real. I drop a lot of F-bombs. But you got to be kind to yourself. You got to be easy on yourself. And this is honestly a good question to kind of check in with yourself. If nobody knew that you were bringing a date to this wedding, would you still want one? Because then that goes into sort of like the validation piece. Like, what are you getting from it? Is there validation, the need to feel wanted, the need to feel seen by other people because you're feeling judged, sex, affection, emotional intimacy, all of those things. And knowing the difference can completely change how you date. But I want to normalize that it is okay to miss the sexual aspect. Sometimes you're like, okay, I get it. The mental aspect of wanting somebody to be around, great, but I just miss having sex. And that's normal too. A +1 might make you feel chosen for a night, but real intimacy, emotional and physical, is feeling valued and connected way beyond just this event and much longer once it's fucking over. Loved this episode? Rate it 5 stars, hit that subscribe button, baby, and leave a review. Do you want to work with me? Grab my dating courses, apply for my coaching at carlaromo.com or find it all in the show notes, and give me a little follow at I am Carla Romo on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Catch you next time and stay tuned. Loved this episode? Rate it 5 stars, hit that subscribe button, baby, and leave a review. Do you want to work with me? Grab my dating courses, apply for my coaching at carlaromo.com or find it all in the show notes, and give me a little follow at I am Carla Romo on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Catch you next time and stay tuned.